Welcome to this discussion on Book 5 of Marcus Aurelius Meditations. We're diving straight into the heart of Stoic philosophy. Ready?
Absolutely. Let's explore the wisdom of the emperor.
This book opens with a seemingly simple question. Why do we resist getting out of bed in the morning? What's your take on that?
It's not just about laziness, is it? It's about our resistance to fulfilling our purpose, I think.
Exactly. And Aurelius immediately connects this to our nature, our inherent drive. Intriguing, isn't it?
Yeah, it really sets the tone for the whole book, a constant examination of our actions and motivations.
Aurelius uses the analogy of plants, birds, ants, all working diligently. He contrasts this with our tendency to avoid exertion. What does that say about us?
It highlights our disconnect from the natural order. We often prioritize pleasure over purpose. Yeah.
Right. And he challenges us. Do we value our own nature less than a craftsman values their craft? A powerful thought, huh?
It's a call to self-respect, to recognize the inherent value in our own potential, for sure.
He then talks about the importance of repelling troublesome impressions and finding tranquility. How do we practically achieve that?
Mindfulness, perhaps? Recognizing our thoughts and choosing which ones to engage with. That's a good start anyway.
And he emphasizes acting according to nature, both our individual nature and the common nature of the universe. How do those two intertwine?
Our individual purpose aligns with the larger cosmic order. It's about finding our place and contributing, I'd say.
Aurelius speaks of accepting what happens, even the unpleasant stuff, as part of the universe's plan. How does that resonate with you?
It's about surrendering to what's beyond our control and focusing on what we can control, our response. Absolutely.
He uses the analogy of a doctor's prescription. Just as we accept a doctor's orders, we should accept what fate deals us. A compelling image, right?
Yeah, it shifts our perspective from resistance to acceptance, from suffering to understanding.
He then discusses the importance of returning to right principles when we falter. How do we do that without feeling like we're constantly failing?
It's about self-compassion and persistence. It's a process, not a destination. That's key.
He compares it to treating a sore eye, a gentle, persistent care, not harsh judgment, a very human approach to self-improvement.
Yeah, it's about finding the right balance between self-discipline and self-forgiveness.
Aurelius emphasizes the fleeting nature of worldly things, the impermanence of possessions and reputation. How does that impact our priorities?
It encourages us to focus on what truly matters: inner peace, virtue, and relationships. Makes sense.
He paints a vivid picture, ashes or a skeleton, and either a name or not even a name, a stark reminder of mortality.
Yeah, it's a call to live meaningfully, to make the most of our limited time.
He contrasts the triviality of worldly pursuits with the enduring values of fidelity, modesty, justice, and truth. How do we cultivate those?
Through conscious effort, through daily practice, through striving to live in accordance with our principles. It's a daily thing.
He questions what truly detains us in this world, given the impermanence of everything. What keeps us tethered?
Attachment, fear, and a lack of understanding of our own mortality. Probably all three.
Aurelius asks about what am I now employing my own soul, a powerful self-reflection prompt.
It's a constant check-in, a reminder to be mindful of our thoughts and actions. A good practice.
He compares our inner state to that of a child, a tyrant, or a wild beast. What does that suggest?
Our inner world is constantly shifting, and we have the power to shape it. That's empowering.
He contrasts the values of the many with true virtue. How do we discern the difference?
By examining our motivations and the long-term consequences of our actions. It's about long-term thinking.
He describes the soul as composed of form and material, neither of which will perish. What's the significance of that?
It suggests the continuity of our essence, even beyond physical death. A comforting thought.
Aurelius discusses reason and philosophy as self-sufficient powers leading us towards our purpose. How do we tap into that power?
Through self-reflection, study, and practice. It's about cultivating wisdom. It takes work.
He distinguishes between what truly belongs to a man and what is merely external. What's the difference?
What truly belongs to us is our character, our virtue. External things are transient. That's a good distinction.
He argues that the more we detach from external things, the better we become. How does that work?
By reducing our dependence on external validation, we become more resilient and self-sufficient. Makes sense.
He connects our habitual thoughts to the character of our mind. How do we cultivate positive habits of thought?
Through conscious effort, through repetition, through replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. It's a practice.
Aurelius emphasizes that the good for the reasonable animal is society. How do we contribute to that?
By acting justly, compassionately, and with consideration for others. Simple, but important.
He states that the inferior exists for the sake of the superior. How should we interpret that?
It's not about hierarchy, but about interdependence and the interconnectedness of all things. I agree.
This discussion has only scratched the surface of the profound wisdom in Book 5 of Meditations. Thank you for sharing your insights.
My pleasure. It's a book that rewards repeated readings and reflection.
Indeed. The journey of self-discovery is a lifelong pursuit, and Aurelius provides a powerful compass. Thanks for joining us.